Hello, and welcome to Campus Currents, where we help you navigate the tides of campus living. My name is Genny Sheara.
And my name is Naja Johnson. Today we're going to be recapping Seattle University's top stories of the past month.
This quarter has brought about a multitude of changes, so let's start off with a few of our feature stories.
Partway through the 2023 to 2024 school year, SGSU has already seen 13 resignations, a number higher than any seen in previous years. Following the fall election cycle, SGSU was met with unprecedented levels of attention as they saw 60 to 100 student demonstrators attend meetings in support of reaffirming the 2021 SGSU resolution on solidarity with Palestine. According to current SGSU President Isabel Alamea, this was the largest turnout in SGSU history. At the end of the November 1st General Assembly, after different student organizations had discussed the reaffirmation of the resolution on solidarity with Palestine bill, SGSU went into a closed session, but President Alamea alleged that the information discussed within closed session was later leaked online. For many senators and SGSU representatives, this was a hallmark of miscommunication that they had experienced throughout their duration in SGSU. On November 15th, the bill was unanimously approved by senators, but the continued lack of clear communication and growth opportunities were cited by many former members as reasons for their resignation. Today, SGSU is working towards repairing trust and communication between members. In the words of Alamea, quote, "We're here to serve the students, and we can't really do that if we are against each other," end quote.
The tuition increase for the 2024 to 2025 school year was recently announced by President Peñalver to be 4.48%. This amounts to $2,384.93, bringing the total undergraduate tuition cost to $55,620 a year. The tuition increase was not announced alone, however, and was coupled with the news that the new credit cap for the upcoming academic year would be 18 credits instead of the current 20 credits allowed before students need to pay the per-credit rate. For many Seattle University students, this announcement brought about uncertainty as to how they could continue to afford attending SU. Sean Drew, Associate Director of Student Accounts at SU, attended the university as an undergraduate student in the 80s and highlighted how financial discrepancies have only grown since his time in college, stating, quote, "Government loans and Pell Grants have not kept pace with the price of tuition," end quote. In light of growing costs of attendance, Peñalver encourages students to look online for scholarship opportunities, while the balance between institutional maintenance and student support grows ever more precarious. Thank goodness for student loans, or else tuition would be too much for me.
Don't I know it? Too bad we have to pay them back.
You what?
Oh, I said too bad you have to pay them back.
Well, that's news to me.
And this might be news to our fellow Redhawks. Next in news.
A big part of university life is the student employees who come together to make campus function, whether it be in the dorms or the student center. Many students are employed through work-study programs or Handshake. Ariana Gonzalez has worked as a desk assistant since her first year at SU. The position has helped her expand her skills with balancing the responsibilities associated with being a desk assistant and academics. Another student employee is second-year Spanish major Paige Wilson. Wilson works as a resident assistant in Bellarmine, where her tasks often overlap with those of a desk assistant. Wilson stated that her occupation offered her a unique opportunity to connect with those in her building. On-campus employment allows students flexibility in maintaining their academics and developing professional skills, as well as allowing them to stay close to campus.
Seattle University will not be recruiting new students for the Sullivan Leadership Award. Effective in the fall of 2024, the Sullivan Scholarship, which has been awarded to students incoming Seattle U students since 1988, will be reevaluated, and the money dedicated to the program will be redirected. Future students who enroll in the Costco Scholarship Fund and Seattle University-bound programs will be considered to have their fully demonstrated need covered. While there will be no new Sullivan Scholars this fall, it is said that the competition will resume after the one-year pause. The Sullivan Award's primary funding comes from the university's centered financial aid pool. Of the 9 Sullivan Scholars awarded annually, the endowment fund will now only cover 2. As the university works towards a more equitable distribution of funds, the Sullivan's Club community will likely shrink considerably. But in its wake, a new generation of Seattle U students will hopefully be able to gain an education and experience that will add diversity to the leaders of tomorrow.
Aiming to inspire students to be politically active and provide a space to engage or express one's radical ideas, the Direct Action Coalition, or DAC, is a new club on campus that strives to empower students to do just that. The hope is that students will be more open to collective community organization and direct action as a form of protest. Rain Riley, a third-year double major in film and sociology, is the president of the DAC. He shared that the club was formed due to the increasing desire to use what he and his fellow students have been practicing in academic spheres. Riley said, quote, "As leftists, we don't believe in learning and then not doing anything with that information, but turning it into action," end quote. While the club's short-term goal is to increase student engagement and familiarize them with the proper tools to apply their political ideas, over time, the goal is to establish a unified leftist movement encompassing diverse ideologies.
I'm happy to see students organizing around causes they believe in.
As am I. You know how DAC stands for Direct Action Coalition?
I did just listen to you talk about it, yes.
Well, have you heard of the DIA?
No, I haven't. Is that a new club?
Nope. It stands for Direct into Arts. So let's get going.
Have you ever made art that you don't know what to do with? If you have, your art would have fit right in the Visual Arts Club's Bad Art Sale, where the club fundraised by selling art that was originally rejected by the artist.
Hi, my name is Evelyn. I'm the co-president and co-founder of the Seattle U Visual Arts Club. I'm a French and Spanish double major, and today we are doing a bad art sale for our club fundraising. So yeah, it's looking really awesome. It's a big turnout. We just thought it would be a good idea for any artists who have like drafts or things in the making, things they didn't quite get finished with, half-started projects. This would be like a resource for them to bring those here because I feel like every artist has some of those. And yeah, we're just having a little fundraiser for our club, so it's been really successful so far.
Seattle University's Fashion Club is back after a few years on hiatus. Founded by SU alum Harmony Arnold, the Fashion Club is a place for fashion-interested individuals to meet and mingle while celebrating self-expression. The club is currently working on two big projects. The first is their zine titled Shutter. The club will be selling it and other items during KXSU's free concert on March 8th. Fashion Club's other big project is their spring quarter fashion show. While the theme is a secret, club members are hoping to, quote, make a big splash, end quote. For anyone interested in joining, club officers Kit Nasaka and Kai Robinson encourage people to check it out. As Nasaka puts it, quote, "I can understand why we come across as intimidating, but we're just goth," end quote.
You may have heard of Seattle U's D1 sports teams, but there's another type of D1 team at Seattle University as well. Check it out.
I think that's an incredible show.
I think this is one of our best shows.
Definitely one of the strongest we've had, and I'm basing that not only off of my own experience, but the feedback that I've heard so far from reliable audience members.
This was definitely our most attended show, so that definitely contributed. There was like good energy from the start, and it seemed like people had a really good time, so I think very successful show all around.
Alec Douglas, he, they pronouns, 20 years old.
My name is Gabby Federoff. I use they, them pronouns. I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Rose Lindsay, they, them pronouns, third year. I like long walks on the beach. Most years we do a particular kind of show that involves some sort of like musical performance to it. So that's always thrilling, and that'll be on the horizon assuredly.
You know, music is something that is unusual to do on improv usually, so I think the fusion, it's just going to be a new show all around, very fresh, straight out the ocean, you know, farm to plate, good stuff.
We've been trying out a lot of new games recently in these shows, and they've been going over pretty well, so I am curious to see if we're going to have a new game for one of our next shows, because people seem to really like them, and I like them. I think you like them, and you like them.
Yeah.
Do you like them?
I do. I
You
like them quite a lot.
Everybody likes them.
We are D1 Improv, and you can find us on Instagram at D1 Improv.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we didn't even plan that.
You know, Naja, the Spectator was named a Division I news outlet in 2018 by the National D1 Newspaper Board.
Wow, I did not know that. That's amazing.
It's also a lie, but we aren't lying when we say we have some good stories up next in sports. The Seattle University Esports and Gaming Club announced their team rosters for Valorant, Overwatch 2, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on January 29th. The students on the rosters are not official university student athletes at the moment and will not receive scholarships. Sign-ups did not include tryouts, according to club president Michael Albert, who cited inclusivity as a factor. Some teams will meet as often as 4 times per week for practice, as they prepare to compete in the National Association of Esports Star League Open Divisions. Teams have already begun competition, with the Valorant team playing the University of Arizona February 21st. This is a start towards Albert's goal, as he said, quote, "The dream would be to have our esports teams recognized as official teams at Seattle U," end quote. With intercollegiate play already beginning, the Seattle U Esports and Gaming Club have started toward becoming a staple in campus athletics.
The WNBA Seattle Storm had an eventful free agency period last month. The 4-time champions, fresh off a losing season, signed a WNBA point guard Skylar Diggins-Smith February 1st, and 2016 WNBA MP Nneka Ogwumike February 5th. The aggressive moves will pair Ogwumike and Diggins-Smith with MVP candidate and Storm veteran Joel Lloyd, and all-star Ezi Magmagor. The addition of Diggins-Smith should help patch one of the Storm's largest weaknesses last season, ball movement. The team ranked last in the league in assists, and Lloyd ended up taking the most shots of any player in the WNBA. As proven floor general, Diggins-Smith should be able to help get the others involved and alleviate the pressure on Lloyd. The Storm will take the court in what may be promises to be a return to successful basketball in the Emerald City.
Chess is on the rise in college campuses across the country, thanks to its reemergence in popular media. Seattle U is no exception. The SU Chess Club hosted the Seattle Collegiate Rapid Chess Championship February 28th in the Student Center, in partnership with chess clubs from the University of Washington, Seattle Central College, and Seattle Pacific University. There was a rated section of 10 players and an unrated section of 18 players. The competitive atmosphere was fueled by cash prizes, which were given to the top 3 finishers in each section. Local chess player Kurt von Leven won the unrated section, while international master John Costello won the rated section. The chess club hopes to host another tournament in the spring, as they try to foster a shared passion for chess on campus.
And that wraps up our top stories of the month.
To read all of the Spectator stories, check us out at seattlespectator.com.
Stay current, Red Hawks.